I think people often struggle to fit into a culture or understand a culture when they experience culture shock, especially when they come from a different culture and they're exposed to a completely new different culture. Now, an experience of how this happened in my life is when I moved to from India to the United States at a very young age. I was born in India and moved here, and I grew up with two very different cultures. So at home, it'd be the Indian culture, and at school, when I was in school and some after school activities, it would be the American culture. And I saw a drastic difference between the two because whenever, I came home, we taught a certain way, we dressed a certain way, we had certain mannerisms, we had certain ways in which we communicated respect, we communicated understanding, and then when I went to school, it was different. Even small things like food or how we would walk or how we'd make jokes and stuff, that would all be different. Another funny difference was actually in India. There'd be a lot of honking. People would always honk, and there'd be a lot more bikes than cars, a lot of motorcycles. There'd be a lot of honking, and people would just do it because it's so busy. But when I moved here, Burlington, Massachusetts, in a suburb, it was very quiet. People rarely honked, and when they did, it was usually because it's like, oh, hey, look, the light's green, you're not moving, something like that. Now, culturally, I did struggle to fit in because I felt as if I was growing up with two different cultures and with two different practices. But over time, I learned to respect the two and appreciate the two, and I thought that the differences were fine, and it made me appreciate that I was born in a different country and I was growing up in another different country because it showed me two different cultures, and I came to eventually accept both of them because to you know today I continue to practice cultural practices from both the American and the Indian culture. So it's become a part of who I am and my identity.